Alright everyone, we are back to The Witcher 3 part 17, I believe. We're gonna talk to the Baron about his child, and also turn off that candle. I was gonna say light, but it's really not light.
Well, ready?
The sooner we resolve this, the better. Best do it tonight, at midnight.
Then wait here with me. Near midnight, I'll take you to where I buried her.
Get word to the common folk. Ought to stay in their homes tonight and draw a line of salt outside their doors.
Do I take a shovel to dig up the grave?
Take it. You'll need it, but not for that.
This game is still so beautiful. Came out in 2014.
A bit further. Follow me.
You give the child a name?
No. Why would we?
Mistake. Names are powerful seals.
Here's the spot.
Chose a lovely spot.
Damn it, will you relent? I'm ploughing now I've done wrong.
Good. The grave's dug up and empty.
What's that mean?
Botchling's on the prowl.
Look!
Motherfucker.
Take it in your arms, quick.
But if it goes Garrity, it'll bite us in the arse before we know it.
Keep screaming and it will turn rabid. It's calm for now.
Bloody hell. What happens when it gets very restless?
It'll bite through your jugular, and you'll bleed to death before I can help. Tell me if it starts wriggling. I'll calm it with magic. Pick it up. Take it in your arms.
Merciful gods!
Back to the fortress.
What? With this?
As I recall, you were the one wanted to test the old legends, change it into a lubberkin.
Oh, fuck.
Now, you would never, like, in the game, you would only kill him, I guess, if they're a bad playthrough. But just, it's so better to change him in Lubberkin because it's faster, for one. And two, Death March, it's very easy doing the Lubberkin one instead of the Blood Ritual. I did it on, when I first played, I'm gonna kill it, and then, yeah, I got fire. Not by botching, but by the rate. I'm gonna put on Spike Oil, make this a little bit faster.
Oh. Quiet now. But What do you want to do with it?
Me? Nothing. This is your job. Told you, gotta bury it under the threshold. If the tales are true, by tomorrow it'll be a lubberkin. From then on, it'll watch over your house and help me find your family.
I was walking is so weird and funny.
More coming. Need to hurry.
On with it. We're not meant to devour us.
Bugger.
Squirming again? Like a daft eel? I cannot hold. It worked. It stopped.
Chosen a name?
No,
So think of one. It's important.
it's a girl. What would Anna have named her? What now?
Repeat after me. By the powers of earth and sky.
By the powers of earth and sky.
By the world that was to be your home.
By the world that was to be your home.
Forgive me, you who came, but who I did not embrace.
Forgive me. You who came, but who I did not embrace.
I name thee, say her name, and embrace thee as my daughter.
I name thee Daya, and embrace thee as my daughter.
Good. Now bury the body.
What now?
In 1 day's time, Daya should turn into a lubberkin. I'll stay here and wait. You go home.
I'll wait with you.
Out of the question.
But that's my child. And the guilt, the responsibility for all this lies with me.
Time for parental impulses? It's long past. Besides, nothing else you can do here.
But
No buts. Just Witcher's work left to do here. Gotta wait a day and a night for the botchling to turn into a lubberkin. That's it. Go home. And try not to drink yourself stupid again.
Oh, man, I am sick, and it's just, ugh. Ooh, okay. Okay, so you match it up with the different ones. So like, okay, so the vitality here, if I placed it with the greater blue, see I have 100 more vitality, but I don't have anything green here, so nothing stacks. But with the red, it stacks with resolve, and then also stacks with precise blows. And then I need to get, I need to be level 10, so that I can unlock this one, and then I will unlock, I don't know, let me see. See, and then I can do this, dying, which is, yeah. That's, it has to change that part because I never remember doing that. I feel like I never remember it. That if you revive a small amount, I've only had it always revive a small amount, never full. Actually, makes sense.
By blood's power I summon you. With your name I beseech you. Hear my call and arise, Dea. Lead me to those bound to you by blood.
Use of hair of the hound. What have you got, Cap?
What if we vodka?
No! Fucking shit! Let me live. It's plowing, pouring again.
I'm sick, so that's why I'm not talking a lot more in this episode.
Sure wasn't lavender they kept in there. Might be worth looking around, though. A bracelet. One of them must have dropped it.
I love how they dropped it sitting right there.
A bracelet.
Oh.
One of them must have dropped it. Horseshoe. No way a pitch burner could afford a horse. Clothing. They change in here. Both were here. I'm going the right way. Wants to show me something more.
Okay. A little bit weird.
bitches had a field day. Still worth a closer look at horse carcass. Show me what you got.
Stop spawning. Oh, it keeps on respawning. Until it close to it, maybe it won't respawn. No, but just respawn it. Here.
What do we have here?
Ow.
Bones have been here a while. Chewed on the saddle. Necrophages will eat anything these days. Giant claws. Wasn't a necrophage made these marks. Horseshoes missing. Is this the animal that lost one in the smokehouse? Head torn clear off. Takes incredible strength. Must have been attacked by a powerful beast. Surprised him. Hope they got away. Trail goes on. Good thing it doesn't end here. That stench. A fisherman's hut. Seems she wants me to take a closer look.
Who's that? The room. Go on now.
What you seek here, sir? Our hut's out of the way. Woeful. We has nothing. We knows nothing.
Just need information. Looking for 2 women. The Bloody Baron's wife and daughter.
Not a soul have been here, sir.
Sure? Not even passing through? Daughter's medium height, about 20. Her mother's thin, about 40. Seen them?
That's her came at night, right, Mummy? Quiet, boy.
Where'd the girl go? Your son said enough. No point in playing dumb anymore.
Sorry, sir, but you don't look like one of our father's men.
Because I'm not. I'm looking for Tamara and her mother. I need to know if they're alive and safe.
Tamara is, hi. She's to my brother's place in Oxenford. But Mrs. Anna, that's another tale. Though anywhere's better than the Crow's Perch with the Baron.
Why?
Cause he beat her, sir. Beat Mrs. Anna, I means. Everyone knew, but not a one lifted a finger for to stop it.
What happened to Tamara's mother?
Twere like this. I was awaiting in the old smokehouse with horses. Cold as hell and so dark, couldn't see past 2 ells in front of you. Moon had risen high, and still they hadn't come. Began to fear some demon had snatched them. But finally they came forth, and we sets off towards the river. Suddenly, out of nowhere, a gale arose. Thought it'd tear my head off. And those damn birds, swarms of them coursing o'er the woods, raising a racket to make your ears bleed. Mrs. Anna screamed, bent over into herself. Tamara knelt down, gripped her arms. 'Twere then I saw it. Fiery marks on her hands.
Why help them at all? You risked a lot.
I did that. Owed Miss Tamara. 3 moons passed, a fever gripped my boy. We thought he was done for. Tamara alerted, brought food and salves. We're poorer than dirt itself. She saved my boy. No 2 ways about it. Me, myself, I'd have never dared to help. But my missus told me a time of war and contempt's come, a time of folk gone wrong. We needs to repay good with good. Who stands by idly does evil as if.
Married a wise woman.
Crying shame we couldn't save Mrs. Anna in the end.
Fine. What happened next?
Grew even darker. Seemed someone had put out the stars. Crickets all went silent of a sudden. And then, from the woods, a roar. Broke out in a cold sweat, and before I could catch my breath, a beast jumped out of the woods, big as a barn, with horns and 2 burning coals for eyes. I thought I was done for. Beast attacked Mrs. Anna's horse, ripped its head off, carried her off into the woods. Our horses, mine and Miss Tamara's, got spooked and tore off willy-nilly. 'Twere the only reason we escaped. The miss wanted to go back for her mother, but my wife pleaded, said she'd die out there alone. Miss Tamara agreed not to go.
What marks?
These, well, like burned on with hot iron. On the palms, inside.
Burned? Like a cattle brand?
Aye, though these wasn't black scars scabbed over. They's hot and glowing, as if they burned with raw fire.
Thanks for your help.
The lady. She'll be all right in the end, won't she?
I'll do what I can to see that she is. So here our paths diverge. Thank you, Dea. Go in peace. Faster.
Yep, I've got any of them. I just have to play a little bit over it. Because if I can't, Leberkin take it straight to Tamara or Anna. Like, maybe Anna, because the magic is over her currently, but Tamara, she's fine. But then again, that might be the eternal fire spirit. You know that she's got a shrine to the eternal fire in her bedroom.
Yeah?
Still mad that I thought that stupid the shrieker was a fast as was cockatrice. Up the pillar.
Ask a service of the Witcher, the Pella must. A witcherly service, that's to say.
What do you need? Tell me.
A man who fears no evil the Pella needs. Forefathers' Eve is nigh. We've rites to conduct. Wandering souls to emerge. Damned souls, too. We've the circle to protect from these wretches.
Why hold the ritual at all?
At times men die choking with regret. At times death takes them before they've tasted any bitterness in life. These poor souls, unfulfilled, cannot leave this vale of tears. Their spirits wander midst the living, must be judged, sent on their way. This we do on Forefathers' Eve.
What'll I get out of it?
Witches do naught for free, this the Pella knows. Not to fear, how to reward one for their aid, this too the Pella knows.
Seems like you could use a witcher, so yeah, I'll help.
You'd not refuse, the Pella knew. The time's come to gather the folk. Across the lake we must journey, to Fyke Isle. There in the circle of stones we shall meet.
The sooner we resolve this, the better. Best do it tonight at midnight.
I'm not doing it tonight, but doing it.
Remember me?
Stable hand pulled you out of the fire.
We'll never forget that. Here, I'm grateful.
Ever heard of preventive arsewound?
Witcher, a word, please.
What is it?
That night when the Baron ordered everyone to lock their doors, stay inside. What did you and the Baron do?
Gotta ask the Baron about that. Speaking of which, know where he is?
Garden. Spends a lot of time sitting there of late.
Drunk.
No. Don't drink, don't eat. Just sits.
There you are.
See the hollyhock there? The violet blooms. Brought the plants here from Nazaire. Anna had read some story. Insisted on having them. Spent hours tending to them, trimming, pruning. She was so content at that. And them, the frilly ones, called birds of paradise in Zerrikania. But Tamara called them dragons of paradise. She adored them. Damn shame I'll never learn which blooms would please Dea most. Though it's good to know her spirit's free.
Your loss. It must hurt. Bad. But there wasn't anything we could do.
No. Not now. Not anymore. It was too late. That was clear. Should have acted earlier. Taken them all from this damned felon. In this hole. This reesty mire. Nothing could go right here.
Got some information about your family.
You've learned something? Well, let's go inside. It's a bit chilly out. Any news for me?
Your daughter's in Oxenford.
What the blazes? Is she all right? In good health? Safe? Why haven't you brought her back?
Never offered to do that.
How do you know she's safe? You see her at least?
No, but I talked to the man who helped her escape and then took her in. Tamara is safe and sound. From what I gathered, she has no desire to see you again, no intention to return.
I shan't trust some peasant dolt. I shan't trust whoever it is helped her. I need to know for certain she's safe. Go to her. You must be sure. See her yourself. I shan't believe anyone else.
That much I can do.
I'm grateful. Take this, call it enticement, and this might prove useful.
What is it?
A letter of safe conduct. Ever since the Redanians took hold of the Pontar Delta, they made it damned hard to get to Novigrad without one. Very well. You were to find them both. What of Anna? Learned anything?
Nothing yet, but I'm on her trail.
Well, what are you waiting for?
For you to tell me about Ciri, like we agreed.
Fine. A word once given. When Ciri was on the mend, we took her out on a hunt. Thought a bit of galloping would warm up her limbs gone stiff from so much bed rest. That lass of yours, pure luck in the flesh. To hunt down a wild boar that size, why, worthy of one of King Foltest's feasts, where he's still among the living. Ciri, come! Our haunt should be yours as I see it.
Oh, you done well, lass.
Not bad. Not bad at all. But who goes boar hunting with a sword?
No bow at hand, no spear. My sword was all I had.
Well, you brandished it beautifully. Where'd they teach you that, anyway?
Now, okay, here's the thing. Kaer Morhen is supposed to be a secret place, but in the fucking in The Witcher 3, every single person knows about it. Every single person. And it's like, really?
At Kaer Morhen?
Witcher school there, aye. But they only took lads as I recall.
They made an exception for me.
Right. Mean to say you're a she-witcher?
Not entirely. The mutations, I was never subjected to them. But everything else I know, I learned from the witches there.
Know any of them potions?
Not so much. A bit.
Because you see, at times I get this pinching back here.
Shut it, Egrin. Nobody cares about your backside. A woman could swing a sword. I've knowed one. But never seen a lady mount anything but a cock proper. All tipsy on horseback. Nothing strange on account they bloody mount them sideways.
Perhaps you'd care to wager?
Think you can outrun me on an horse? Naturally. What's the stake?
Black mare. The one in the stable.
Oh, that won't do at all.
Well, that's an awfully gloomy face. Too much of a coward to race a woman?
The horse is mine.
To race the Baron himself. I'd consider it an honor.
Oh, that'd be a sight to behold.
Would it ever?
Done. But if I win, I take your sword.
Agreed.
I'd not drink any more this night. You'll want your head about you. And we start at daybreak. The day dawns.
Ready?
As ever, first one to the tower.
Man chop! Come on, Ciri, don't you embarrass us!
Now, I hate playing as Siri because it's just so boring as hell. Like, you don't got any ability, you don't have any Witcher schools, magic. Like, when you get to Novigrad though, like, her abilities are more, which is better. In Bella, and she just sucks so much right now. Now, wow, that wasn't even a race. It wasn't even hard.
You're wind, not woman. Worthy of the best horse. The mare is yours.
Thank you!
What?
Rascals. Or maybe.
Another chance to win.
No, I think that's. Sometimes these loading screens are just long as all hell.
She screamed like a mad woman. In an instant, all had forgotten the wager. Every man ran to save his skin, even worried to break his neck.
And they make it?
Some, aye. Others were not so fortunate. But what happened then? I must say, Witcher, seen a lot, but nothing like this. Never.
Uh-oh. I know that look.
You're a fast learner. You'll know the rest once you find my wife.
Working on it.
And making piss-poor progress.
They split up. Hadn't considered that possibility before. But don't worry. I'll find Anna too. So long.
Baron gets soused.
Wait, Witcher! When you find my daughter, will you give her this?
A ragdoll?
Uh-huh.
I wonder if that's like the one that he made for her
What do you
that
say
looks
we
like Triss.
flog some hick and get the kicks sinking? Fuck's on a lot of you.
So we're gonna go to Oxenfurt.
Ever heard of preventive arse whooping?
So, remember a couple, like, episodes back where you met some of the Baron's henchmen in the tavern? If you kill them, then you actually have to fight here as well, and you have to kill everything here, like all the guards, all the way up to the Baron, and the Baron's like, oh hey, you killed all my men. But I also at the same time reward you because you were able to do it. If Oxenfurt is right there, why do I need it? Because right here is the River Delta. Why do I need to... I have no clue. No, I have no clue. Because I thought the Witcher swords were like within within the Oxenfurt area, and I thought you could never get to Oxenfurt without. Oh no. Oh, okay, maybe. Okay, maybe you can't enter. Oh, that's what it is. You can't enter Oxenfurt without the paper. Yeah, okay, I remember. You can't go into Oxenfurt without the paper. But
come on,
you can get in there without the you can't go in Oxenfurt without the paper. That's how. because there's a glitch you can do where, it's not a glitch, it's just something we never thought of, I guess, or maybe they don't care. Where you just, you actually just, like,
Go.
you just go around, because, like, connected all sides have water, right? You just go around to the docks instead of the main gate, and you get in that way. Oxenford isn't a location anymore, though. Oxenford does not count as a location if you do that. But you can at least do like a couple of things in there, like the wet card and stuff like that.
Long live Radovid!
No passage!
Halt! No passage!
Case of the plague surface in the city or something?
The plague? No. We're to not let folk in the city. It's an order, so I don't, unless someone's got a pass.
I'm gonna do these anyways, I know.
Who ordered the city gates closed?
Word is the king himself. Doesn't want paupers and refugees pissing all over his beautiful city. Apart from which, when folk can go hither and thither, always a chance some spy will slink through. This way, spies got it harder. So, no pass, no passage.
What kind of pass are we talking about?
Well, a normal one. A transit pass.
Who issues them?
How should I know? I'm a lowly soldier.
This way, you mean?
Let me look at that. Missing a seal. The red one.
Impossible.
Department of Civil Defence forgot again. They're really off their heads these days. Happens, so be it. You may come through.
Come through.
Well, yeah, I don't... Because technically you can't get in here, because if even if the Baron signed it himself, the Baron's part of the North Guardians. Why would he be able to sign people in for Redanian? Because they're at each other's heads. You see the western gates.
It's hard to believe Lanka dabbled in witchcraft. Such a nice old brat.
Hello,
Has she got a
Orson.
black cat? She has. Dried herbs? Plenty. Rangers found a witch.
I know it took me forever to find this little place, like where Tamara's staying at. Like, where is it? Where is it? What's this? I wonder if it's this place, but there's a funny one. Troll has been seen east of Oxenford on monthly Pontar Troll has been known to see an Indian Egyptian ruins. I suspect that this is part of some North Guardian diversion tactic. It is recommended that maybe this area should be avoided until the appropriate bench of Majesty service can take care of the problem. In the event of the encounter with the troll, if recommended, remain immobile, keeping low and to the ground, covering one's head with one arm. There is this a chance that the beast will not attack where the mistake hunt, thus victims situated for a rock. Yeah. But any interrant monsters have obliged to abandon any currently unspelled contracts immediately and devote themselves to tracking and slaying this monster, the beast. This question has befouled the cradle of human intelligence, the city of within Terry lies oldest of academies of learning, namely Oxenford, swordsman who puts an end to its criminal doings, rewarded with a king's fold. If you know no fear and seek work, read this notice. For the call contained there within will be a great interest in you, hands of Cararians, soldiers of fortune and veteran of many wars, hereby makes known the following. Being generally concerned about the fate of local peasantry which suffers horribly from the attacks of which the monster nesting before the size of a person of large pounds of men says a beast, yet comes to me as out of trophy shall receive of gold, instead shall be tossed out in his arse and shall be days. Oh my god. Let the following be known on fire and why. There's something left in the woods outside Novgorod doing great damage to our war effort. Anything that tracks it down and kills it will not only fulfill a patriotic duty and bring in victory to the united northern forces under the leadership of our bear King Radovid one step closer, but also sizable coin reward as a recompense for this trouble. Together onward to victory, Captain Felix Rupp. Addendum. Note, the reward has not yet been claimed. Addendum. Attention, the monster is not yet killed by the end of the month. Taxes reserves will be raised by 1/5. Okay. Oh god, my voice.
What can I get you? Everyone to me! What can I do you for? If I ain't got it today, say the word and I'll have it tomorrow.
Then,
Let me see. Might pick something.
that's for a quest later on. Yep, set it in. Okay. I'll do round.
Wanted to play cards. Doubt we need to wait till tomorrow.
Roach. Take one of my bidding frosts away. Backfire. Okay, no. With one side, let's just see screen. See what I'm picking out. I believe if I do this, he'll have 3, 4, and then yeah, 1. And then some extra. Then I'll draw 2 more cards. I'm waiting for him to have like a scorch card and just screw over everything. I don't think he does. Nope, didn't cross. I've got some time to gloat. And I'm done. I'll take that
Best
card.
squares this side of the Pontar.
Squirtle card too.
I'm looking for Tamara, the Bloody Baron's daughter. Your brother said I'd find her here.
Wojtek sent you, sir.
How else would I know she was here?
Wait a moment. I'll fetch her straight away.
So that's why it's interesting, because cats usually don't like
You're
witchers.
looking for me, and who might you be? My father sent you?
Yeah, to see if you're still alive. And well. I'm Geralt of Rivia.
I'm quite alive and extraordinarily well, Geralt of Rivia. Better than I've ever been in this rotten life of mine, and now that you've seen me, I bid you farewell.
Wait.
We've nothing more to talk about.
Got every right to be angry at your father, but he's worried about you.
I have a right. Thank you kindly. So good to have the approval of his hired thug. And my father worries only about what to get soused on next.
He's no saint, that's clear. But he's got the whole province on its feet looking for you. Finding you and your mother, seems to me there's nothing more important to him now. I know evil men. He's not one of them.
Shame he never showed such concern before. Especially for my mother.
He made a mistake and knows that. I'm not defending him, just saying that maybe he's come to realize what he's done, and what you mean to him.
Oh, wonderful. I'll bear that in mind. Did you really come all the way here just to tell me that?
Before I agreed to look for you, your father told me his version of events. Tell me yours.
Mine? It's dull as life amidst the swamps. My earliest memories are of a drunken father lying under the stairs, caked in mud and clutching a bottle. Next dozen years, pretty much the same. Father would drink, disappear for days, then come home in a rage and send furniture flying. Thank the gods for war. I was glad every time they sent him off. And the quarrels. I remember him screaming at Mum, the thuds as he beat her, then her sobbing. I'd hide under my bed and long for silence. That's the long and short of it. Multiply by 19 and there you have my life. Finally we'd had enough, Mum and me. He crossed the line and we fled.
I don't mean to pry, but I know your mother had a miscarriage.
His doing? He shoved her, she fell, that's how it started. We were alone, no one to help, blood everywhere. Worst night of my life.
Sorry. Must have been hard for you both.
Mum was in shock. She was raving that it was better this way, that she never wanted the charge. Must have had a fever. She was losing blood the whole time.
She didn't want the child?
Said she'd sooner cut open her gut than bear another child from his seed.
Wojtek claims your mother had strange marks on her hands, and that a monster dragged her into the woods. That true?
We were riding towards the river. Suddenly, Mum cried out, bent over, almost fell off her horse. I rode up to her and saw something strange. Her hands were on fire. And then that creature leapt from the woods. I don't know what it was, but it roared so fierce my nose bled. I saw it topple trees. I've never been so scared in my life. And that thing grabbed my mum and disappeared into the woods. I wanted to turn back, go after them, but the horses panicked. Now I don't even know if she's alive.
What will you do now?
Find my mum.
You realize that might not be that easy.
Don't worry, I'm not daft enough to believe I can do it alone. I've got some new friends now. Powerful friends. They'll help me.
Who are these friends, if it's not a secret?
No secret. Heard of the Church of the Eternal Fire? A priest helped me contact the Redanian witch hunters. Righteous, brave men. They'll help me.
Hence the candlesticks in your room. So you believe in the eternal fire?
Once the heat of the fire has set your heart aflame, it gives you strength and leads you down the path of truth for the rest of your life. I hope it'll bless you with its warmth one day.
Thanks. Thing is, fire's tricky. It's easy to get burned. What about your father?
Who? Oh, him. I don't care. I won't go back to him. That bit of my life? Forgotten it already.
Well, well. A witcher. Never thought the Baron would stoop to hiring a monster slayer.
though I hear you're good at tracking things down.
Desperate fathers have been known to do a lot to find their daughters.
Unexpected from a witcher. I thought your mutations cleansed you of humanity, stripped you of emotions.
You don't need mutations to strip men of their humanity. I've seen plenty of examples. Desperate.
Oh, Dad
You
did it again.
Glad you know who I am. Haven't introduced yourself, though.
Graden, witch hunter in the service of His Royal Majesty Radovid of Redania. I'm certain you've heard of us.
Rings a bell.
If the Bloody Baron sent you to fetch his daughter, you'd best face it. You will fail in your task.
I appreciate your concern, but I don't need it. As for Tamara, she can make her own decisions.
Noble of you. A killer for hire abandoning his bounty for the good of another. The Hunters and the Church of the Eternal Fire thank you.
Where are you gonna take her?
Tamara must rest. She's had a harrowing experience. When the warmth of the Eternal Fire has restored her strength, we shall see about finding her mother.
Before you go, your father asked me to give you this.
Clara? Father told you to give me Clara. Funny how he thought to buy me back with a memory. Tell him one gesture could never make up for a ruined childhood. So long, Witcher. In spite of all, I'm grateful you gave me a choice. Didn't force me to go back to the tyrant.
Hope you know what you're getting yourself into. So long, and good luck.
Nibbles. So, I hate the internal fire, by the way.
You'll choke to death on 3 pounds.
Alright everyone, I'll see you guys in the next episode when we will actually just screw around here in Oxenford a little bit. In theory, we will screw around here, but I don't know. Alright everyone, I'll see you guys in the next episode.